Do you know the difference between a refugee and an illegal immigrant? That's the question we're going to tackle today. It's a topic that often incites heated debates, but it's crucial that we fully understand these terms before we form an opinion. In this video, we will dissect the definitions, rights, and obligations of both refugees and illegal immigrants. We'll shed light on the complexities of their respective situations, which are often oversimplified or misunderstood. We'll also touch upon the controversial issue of welfare and how it applies to these groups, as well as the criminal statistics related to illegal immigrants. But let's remember, each case is unique and it's essential to avoid generalizations. Knowledge is the first step towards understanding, and understanding is the foundation of constructive dialogue. So, are you ready to dive into this topic? Stay tuned. Let's start by understanding who a refugee is. A refugee is a person who is unable or unwilling to return to their country of origin, owing to a well-founded fear of being persecuted for reasons of race, religion, nationality, membership of a particular social group, or political opinion. This is a definition recognized universally, according to the 1951 United Nations Convention relating to the status of refugees. Refugees have rights and obligations both. They have the right to safe asylum and should not be returned to a country where they face serious threats to their life or freedom. They also have the right to work, education, and access to health care. But refugees also have obligations. They must respect the laws and regulations of their country of asylum. A refugee doesn't choose to leave their country out of a whim or for economic advantages. They are forced to flee due to severe life-threatening circumstances. These could be war, political unrest, or persecution. Circumstances that pose a direct threat to their life and freedom. The process of becoming a refugee often involves a journey fraught with danger and uncertainty, a journey made out of sheer desperation for safety. Therefore, a refugee is someone who is forced to leave their country due to life-threatening circumstances. They are not merely migrants seeking greener pastures, but individuals compelled by dire conditions to seek shelter in a foreign land. Now let's move on to understanding what an illegal immigrant is. In its simplest definition, an illegal immigrant is someone who enters or stays in a country without the necessary legal permissions. This can occur in several ways, the most common being overstaying a visa or crossing borders without inspection. The rights and obligations of an illegal immigrant are a complex and often controversial topic. In many countries, illegal immigrants do not have the same rights as citizens or legal residents. They may not have access to certain public services, they may not be able to work legally, and they are often at risk of deportation. However, they are still subject to the laws of the country they are in and can be prosecuted for crimes they commit. The circumstances that lead someone to become an illegal immigrant are varied and complex. They may stem from a desperate need to escape poverty, war, or persecution. They may be driven by the desire for a better life for themselves or their families. Or they may simply be seeking opportunities that are not available in their home countries. An illegal immigrant, therefore, is someone who enters another country without legal permission. It's important to remember, though, that behind this term are real people, with real lives and real stories, navigating the complexities of immigration laws and policies. Now that we have defined both terms, let's compare them. A refugee and an illegal immigrant may both find themselves in a new country, but the circumstances of their arrival and their status once they're there are quite different. The first key difference lies in the reasons behind their migration. Refugees are individuals who are forced to flee their home countries due to life-threatening circumstances. This could be because of war, persecution, or other forms of violence that put their lives in immediate danger. They don't just choose to leave, they have to leave. On the other hand, illegal immigrants are individuals who willingly choose to enter another country without legal permission. Unlike refugees, their lives are not necessarily in danger in their home countries. They might be seeking better economic opportunities, or perhaps they're trying to join family members who are already in the new country. But the key point here is that they make a choice to migrate, a choice that refugees do not have. This leads us to another significant difference: their rights and obligations in the host country. Refugees having fled dangerous situations are often granted certain protections under international law. These protections can include the right to not be deported back to the life-threatening situation they escaped from, the right to work, and in some cases, access to social services. Illegal immigrants, however, don't have the same protections. Since they entered the country without legal permission, they are subject to deportation. And while they often contribute to the economy through their labor, They usually don't have access to social services and may live in fear of being discovered and deported. So, as we can see, while both groups may find themselves in a new country, the circumstances of their arrival and their legal status are vastly different. In conclusion, while the terms refugee and illegal immigrant may be used interchangeably in some discussions, they refer to distinct groups with different rights and obligations. To recap, a refugee is an individual who is forced to flee their home country due to life-threatening circumstances such as war or persecution. They are protected by international law and are entitled to basic human rights and aid. On the other hand, an illegal immigrant is someone who enters or stays in a country without the necessary legal documentation. This act is not protected by law and can lead to deportation. It's important to remember that while some argue that illegal immigrants take advantage of welfare systems, not all do, and many contribute to the economy through work and taxes. It's also worth noting that crime rates among illegal immigrants are not significantly higher than those among the general population. Thank you for watching. Remember, understanding these differences is key to informed discussions about immigration.